Hey everyone, Lensmanoz here and welcome back to Manufactio. So, it's winter again, and you may have just seen at the side of my screen there, I went and borrowed Frogman's idea for a mob farm. I don't think I've built it right, so it's my first time ever building one like this. If you want to know how it's built, please go and look at Frogman's video where he built, I think it's called I Made a Thing or something like that. One of the more recent videos that he's put up. Links to Frogman's channel is down below. I like the idea of being able to use... Oh, look at that, he's like, oh, did someone shoot at me? Of using mobs to gain resources. I think that's a fantastic idea. I've never built one of these setups, and I don't think it's quite right because I'm not getting the spawns that I feel I should be. I've gone around and filled up as many cabins and stuff that I can find. The building tool, this thing, pretty sure. No, that's not what I want. Something's going to hit me. You, thank you very much. Go away. Did you get it? The bugs are super quick and yeah, this thing can't quite keep up. Pretty sure... Yeah, so here's the building gadget. Some iron, some redstone, some diamonds, and lapis. This is Direwolf 20's mod, I believe. This is fantastic. This thing is a lifesaver when you want to cover big areas of dirt, or big areas of stone, for example. So obviously, in this pack, mobs spawn on... stone. Take that, my friend. And they don't spawn on dirt. So what I've done is there was a big cave over here, for example. Let's just zoom over this direction. So I dug up a bunch of dirt, and we're getting dirt from the cursed earth. Well, no, the polluted earth in the recycler. So I used a bunch of that, and I filled this up. And the way it works is you can... Let's just... Yeah, here it is here, building gadget. It does a thing where it'll build to you. So if I wanted to build like dirt, let's say I want to fill this piece in, I look at that far block, right click, and it'll use dirt from my inventory and fill it up remotely. So, and it's got a fairly decent range on it, so I can fill up anywhere where you can get a cursor to lock. So that's a long way to fill, and it was helpful for some of this that I was building, and I'm glad I've got the jetpack. I built this using, you know, it was obviously the iron blocks. I went burnt through a bit of iron. I do have mob, you know, destruction. So griefing. I've got griefing turned off. I've had griefing turned off the whole time, because creepers blowing up in my base really do just like annoy the pants off me, and I tend to like having things set up, and spending time resetting something up that I didn't need to for a video, to me, is a waste of time. But this guy here is just, it's a very simple observer dispenser mob farm. Plenty of videos out on the net on how to build these, but as I said, Frogman's got a pretty decent little setup in his video. The time is set for 20 seconds. I'm probably going to go maybe longer than that. This isn't as efficient as it could be. I wouldn't mind having something that turns the water on for 10 seconds, but then doesn't return it on again like a minute, if that makes sense. So there's no water, and then, you know, a minute later there's water for 10 seconds, and then no water for a minute, you know, if you get my drift. I've made it out of stone. As I said, mob griefing's turned off, so it doesn't matter if a creeper explodes in here. Let me get under this edge so you can see it, but it's just a 7x7 from a dispenser in the middle. When the redstone pulses, the observer above it sees that and dispenses the water. It's just buckets of water in a dispenser. Once the timer pulses again, it puts them all back in. And then I've got like a catch tray at the bottom where it funnels most into the thing in the middle. And some razor wire at the bottom with hoppers under it. as I said, it's not super efficient. I've got a few loot bags, which is the main aim for doing this. But I need to know what the range of the powered lanterns is. I thought it was 32. I got rid of one that was out there. I believe these are 32, unless it's been upped by Golrith in this pack. That is 32 blocks away. See, we've got mobs dropping there now, but you know, like it's odd. Sometimes they spawn, sometimes they don't. It's just not as efficient as I would have expected it to be at this point. Anyway, it's a work in progress. If you guys have built one of these before and you know about them, please give me some tips. I don't know if the pad on the top's big enough. I really, as I said, it's the first time I've built one like this, and definitely open to input from you guys. What I do want to do though is similar to what Frogman has done, which is open the loot bags automatically. And I was looking for the wrong thing. It is called a bag opener, and thank you Frogman, that was fantastic. Bag opener here. It's very, very simple. We're gonna go and make this stuff now. Some lapis blocks, couple of iron gears, couple of copper gears, silver chest. Very simple and quite easy to get done. I've done a few other bits and pieces around the base, and I'll try and remember what I've done, what I haven't done, as we go through. Let's just, what I need to do probably, let's grab some lapis. Can I put that in there? Can I put any of this stuff in here? I don't think I can. But at least, you know what? Before we get too far, I love this armor, by the way. It's so great being able to just run around and step up without having to step up, if that makes sense. Step assist is great. Alright, one of these I think I put stuff in. Let's look around. Here's where I made the observer and the dispensers. There's a chest. I need that. I also need, I think they're outside. I had to make another sickle. I keep burning through sickles. Silver. Okay, that's tin. That's silver plate. Good. Let's make the silver chest. You'll do. Silver chest, please. So some of them. One of them. And then I want some lapis blocks. So let's just throw that in. 1, 2, 3, 4. That lapis out. So I need 2 copper for these. No iron. Do I have iron in one of these? Probably not, actually. Did come through and grab bits and... oh, there's some iron. Cool. Take that. You can go there for all it matters. 1, 2. And what was the other thing? Iron gears. Just gonna make a couple of iron gears. That'll be fine. Okay, loot bag opener. Should be able to make. Very nice. Let's throw those things back in there. Lapis, no, lapis is not going back in there. Oh boy. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. While I'm here, do have some. Can we condense, please? AS50 mag. Put in my inventory. Right, let's continue this. I should be able to. Don't believe a loot bag opener needs power, does it? I'm not sure. Do I have enough ducting on me? I've got a few. So what I want. Things hitting the ground, so nice. Let's put him here. And I'm going to want to put filters on it. Yep, and the filters are going to be whitelisting. Now, I don't know if this will enable it to pull all bags out. I'm going to try it. This side doesn't really matter at the moment because it's they're only in this set of drawers. What I want to do is I only want to pull out of here loot bags. This will be the test. We'll just start with the bottom level. Whitelist loot bag, and yeah, ignored. So do you just pull that one out, or do you pull all out? No, so it's obviously I need to go through and go, okay, we want rare loot bags. If I put that back in there, it should get extracted. Yes, but the rare one has not. Ah, you know why? Whoops. Okay, so rare ones are done. Uncommon, legendary, let's move stuff around, and epic. Very nice. All of these, when they get dropped, should come up into here. And look, we're even getting loot bags from our drops, which is cool. And look at all the stuff we're getting. We're getting iron receiver. Yeah, take that. Getting some elite control circuits, solid generators. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna do this automatically. Right, that's pretty cool. So the idea I want to do now is obviously I want this to be extracted back out. I probably want it to be furthest first, and that should extract everything out. And I guess it's not really going to matter. They're going to go down the bottom first into one of the sides. Looks like it's all going left. And you know what I've done? I've gone and only put the filter stuff in these ones and not in all these other ones. At thermal, is there a copy tool? I can't remember if there's actually a tool that allows you to copy like the thing in each of the filters. Does the multimeter do it? I don't want to just go and make a multimeter for the sake of making a multimeter. Unfortunate. I just need to move the bags around manually for now until I get some more order. What I'll do is I'll turn this guy off until I can go through and set it up so I can extract out. So once I get more bags in here, we'll be okay. Oops. But yeah, some decent stuff. We are going to need to pump most of this back into our system at some point, or I'll just start extracting it, because obviously these solar generators are things that I can hand in as a quest. Yoink. It's two more. Okay, so it sort of works. As I said, it's the first time I've built one. I'm not 100% sure how they work. It's something that's, I guess, open for modification. But yeah, nice little way of getting some extra loots and some decent drops in some of the things. If you look at loot bags, if we click on these, it shows you what you can get. So you can get loot chests and filters and pistons and pipes, sorts of stuff just from the common one. Uncommon, you get solar panels and loot bags and HV wire and drones and rare loot bags. Pretty, I think uncommon doesn't give me a list. Go straight to rare. Okay, doesn't show me all of them. It only gives me the drops from the two. So I guess the other ones are materials, components, advanced components, military surprise, and yeah. So that is what it is. I will work around getting those filters reset. Something was coming to try and chew my face off. This guy is still going. It is still processing copper. The amount of copper is just undeniably silly. To the point of I've got no idea how much is in there. I really don't. Okay, so changes to the base this episode before we just go and unlock a couple of things. We're not halfway through the episode already, and I've shown you one thing. That's a big change to the to the base. Second change is I've gone and replaced a few more of these cables. Got a few more things hooked up. I have modified. I'm trying to work out which one do we do first. We'll do this one first. Let's grab copper, tin. So copper and tin make bronze, right? So one of the recipes I need is bronze. Why is there something in there? What are you? Really? The base is so dead set on putting hemp stuff somewhere that it just jams it in wherever it feels like. Ridiculous. I set this guy up to do alloying. It was at the end of the row, and I sort of decided, you know what, it's fine. Changed his output to go into the main system, changed his input, it runs under the ground here, underneath the other one. And we can set up alloying. So I put three inputs on the bottom. There's still the one on the top, but it's just been disconnected. So I want to set this up for bronze. So tin and copper. And I don't really care how much is in there. It can fill it for all that matters. But tin and copper obviously are going to make some bronze. Hopefully I've got enough power at night to do this. Making bronze, it should just sit in here. Because it should potentially has nowhere to go at the moment. That being said, I'm trying to remember if I actually set up bronze. I think I did. I processed up a bunch of bronze because I've got all that copper dust. I moved the elite bin that I had thrown in the drawer over there. Remember I had one set up over behind there when I was setting things up. Pulled that back out and just set up this little system where copper does not go into the system anymore. And I've got 20k of copper dust and still plenty more coming in from that crusher over there. Eventually I will work out a way of maybe processing it and sending it down to that shipping container. But copper dust, so to make bronze there's a few different, wow, spelling, a few different recipes for bronze. One is in the arc furnace using tin ingots and pulverized copper, so that's what I did. I just went and threw a few stacks through the arc furnace. The other one obviously uses the electric furnace. I can use this, and maybe that would be a better option. Maybe using the pulverized copper. I think you need to use pulverized both, and I don't have pulverized both. Plenty of copper, plenty of copper, and it's fine. So that's making bronze. The bronze will be useful for a recipe coming up in the challenge thing of assault rifle magazines. So assault rifle, let's not write arse down the bottom there. Assault rifle magazines have automatic recipes. We need an assault rifle magazine in the front, and then lead, gunpowder, bronze ingot. So this is why I needed bronze. That gives me 8 assault rifle magazines. Better than the one I've got over there for refilling my current mags. So I just set up a crafting machine thing here. This guy, he's set up with assault rifle magazine. Can't remember if I actually did. Yes, it's set as good. So I will eventually probably disable that completely, but for the 1,000 that I'm going to need coming up soon, that will be my course of action. You can go in, really? You can go in there. Let's see, sorting. Some snowballs. Alright, quest book. I did fast conveyors. I set up some pipe work to this guy so I can temporarily craft things, if that makes sense, because there's going to be recipes that I don't constantly want. I might, for this example, I don't use red belts anymore, and if you look in the quest book, after red belts is item ducts, and because I don't use them, I use mostly this. This is probably the better option to just manually or temporarily auto craft it. So this guy is now my temporary auto crafter. It's got pipework underneath with filters, and I just go through and remove the item from the filter. If I need all items, I will use the fluid one, change it over to an item input. So that being said, you can have them. Let's maybe unlock the red belt one, or should I? Because that drill is empty. On the other side of that, this guy is going to give me a bunch of gunpowder, but it's going to give me a crud load of copper that I don't actually need. So I might just... I need to complete this to get to the next one, but I kind of don't want it. Actually, that's this one. The fast conveyors is good. This one, I kind of don't want this, if that makes sense. And I'm considering like standing in this chunk to do it, because it's got some. That's got uranium and a few other bits and pieces. Let's stand here. Uranium, copper, and that means I'm going to end up with 28k copper in there. That's a scary amount. So, undecided what I'm going to do there. Very undecided. This chunk has nothing. Oh no, actually it still has some. I turned it off because things were getting full. Back down to 16k. I do have it. Good. Okay, you can just kick off again. Tin's getting full. Copper's on the high side. Gold. Don't have much gold. So one of these things doing gold would be nice. Let's just shuffle some stuff. I want to do this because I want to set up the next craft. It's all in blank. Good. So let's just do it. Let's stand in this chunk. Open my quest book. And submit it. 17,250 iron ore, 24 diamond ore. Did it not find it? There it is. It's got some iron ore. Cool. So that unlocks ducts. Now this is an interesting one because we don't do... Do we do item ducts still? Is that still a thing? I think actually it is, isn't it? That's fine. We can do that. I can set up this to have item ducts coming in. We can process a ton of it. This one has been set up still for the batteries. This one is still set up for light engineering blocks. They will get there eventually. It's a lot. These two are, you know, it's 1,000 of each, and that's fun. This one's another one we can do. It's going to give us a bunch of ores. Still, I was slowly doing this and I stopped it just because, you know, things were becoming fun. This doesn't give me tons. It gives me, I don't know, just little bits and pieces. I don't know if that one's actually worth it, is it? It's an interesting one. 28 to $200. Getting a lot more bugs lately, actually. You know what? Duct. Let's do it. I'm not scared. Here you go. Merry Christmas. Drag as many item ducts from wherever you want in the base to this chest. Craft more if you need it. Use my resources, that's what it's for. Alright. Don't need fast conveyors. In you go. Maybe they'll get used for something. I don't know. Eventually, conveyors and that. There'll be some reason to use them. EMC would be the other one. Eventually, we'll get there. Alright. Challenge is over for now. This one needs this, and probably set up the assault rifle, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do ducting first. Still got a few things here to unlock, and I will eventually unlock all of these guys. What I want to unlock in this episode is this and this. So crystal processing. Growing and purifying crystals provides access to even more advanced technology. So 150 red, 150 green. So what, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I think it's 3 of them. Oh no, it's yellow. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Let's put these back. No, just put it away. Red, green. Okay. So that gives us PO42. PO42 is the crystallizer. So I've got to remember how to use a crystallizer. Uses for a crystallizer. Turns dilithium into dilithium crystal. Turns resonant clathrate into ender pearls. Destabilized clathrate, I think that's how you say it, into redstone. The energized into glowstone. Arded sand into quartz. Nether quartz and sand into what is an unfamiliar item at the moment. And these are obviously our applied energistics creations. I got a bunch of this. This is obviously a byproduct of the recycler. So over here, with the amount of stuff that I pump in here, there is none at the moment. We've got a bit. There's some redstone, glowstone, and ender pearls. So there's 47 ender pearls sitting right there, and a bunch of the blue stuff. Electrotine. Mainly used for the duplicator or Project E stuff. Okay. But duplicator is a thing. So, what's in there? Thought it was going to be more hemp rope. If we go back over here, one taken care of. Duplicator is 100. You know what? What do we got? 730. I found out why the blue wasn't filling back up. This is really dumb. When I moved this guy here, I forgot to turn him back on. So it got to a point where it ran out of redstone in the system, it ran out of circuits, it ran out of all sorts of stuff, and I was going, well, why is everything else filling or getting to a certain point? And blue wasn't going anywhere, it just sat there. I didn't have the redstone turned on. Very, very daft to me. I still have a ton of redstone ore in here, which every now and then I'll come through and like, okay, that's 23,000. I don't really need to do this, but I will come through, grab one of these stacks of ores and process it. Each one of them I'm getting 4 to 6, and then I'll just pump it back into there. Just doing it manually. There's no real reason for anything other than that. The diamond ore, yeah, I can do the same with it. And it doesn't, I don't know where all this has come from. That stuff should have been over here, so excuse me while I run back over here. Must have somehow extracted it out of here. No? I don't know what I've done. Maybe I could have been when I grabbed a whole bunch of soil. Anyway, weirder things have happened. Okay, so I think they're the main changes. Is the mob farm, obviously, you know, it's a thing. The and the small little bits and pieces of change that I've done. See, bags are very rare. I'm not sure if I need to be here or nearby. I don't play vanilla, right? So here's some. I'm sure a lot of you who have watched for a while understand is I don't play vanilla Minecraft. I've never really played vanilla Minecraft. It didn't interest me. When I first started playing Minecraft, vanilla did not interest me. I started playing after watching Direwolf 20, to be honest. He was doing a modded. Actually, it wasn't even modded. It was very, very. Okay, it was modded. Very basic modding. Back when you had to force the mods in yourself manually, there was no such thing as a Twitch launcher. Why are you missing stuff on top? Twitch launcher didn't exist. This repair. Interesting. Airtime 10 seconds. You have no power. Why do you have no power? Did I break a power cord? Yes, where is your power? What did I do? Anyway, yeah, so I was watching Direwolf play Minecraft. And decided this looks really cool with all the mods and stuff. But yeah, the initial Minecraft certainly did not heal. Let's grab a few of these because I'm going to need to work out getting power to this guy because I can't pull it from. Oh, I can pull it from here. For some reason these are LV, but LV will be enough. If I put an LV adapter there, grab the old insulator wire and go from here to there. There we go. Better. Hey, turret's back. That was daft. I don't know how I managed to break that. Anyway, he's good. He is up and repaired. A little bit of health. Health is going up. Cool. So yeah, so what I was getting at with the vanilla thing, I don't know vanilla mechanics. I don't redstone things. That's why I use a lot of the the modded Project Red and that sort of stuff. I don't know vanilla redstone mechanics, so I watch other people's videos and try and learn from that, but it doesn't seem to want to, sink in as far as I'm concerned. So I just do what I know and try to learn bits and pieces. But yeah, that's a work in progress. Let's unlock one more thing. I have gone slightly over the length. Let's unlock the duplicator. 100 red, 100 green, 100 blue, 100 yellow. Nice. E029. E029. Let's push 029, not minus 29. Duplicator power input hatch. So I'm guessing there's a recipe for a duplicator. Interesting. Lots of aluminium sheet metal, aluminium fence, duplicator stuff, and the duplicator obviously can turn uranium and electrotine plus control circuits. Gives me 10. It's decent. Gives 3. 2 diamond dumpling diamonds. I don't need to do that. Don't need to do it for copper. Not at all. Gold, maybe. These guys, meh. Iron's an interesting one. It's 238 uranium. Advanced mags, redstone. Look at that. 12 uranium. Uranium. Yep. So we get it from crushing, and we do have a ton of it. We got 40,000 in there, 41 and a bit, and then I don't get zapped. Another 15.8 in there, plus some of the stuff I've already processed, which isn't part of the crushing system. Got 12k in here, so duplicator might be a thing that's coming. And we can duplicate up some of our circuits instead of crafting them or the like. Oh, and I got another trophy. What's this one? What did I get? Oh, was that the... That one, experimental engineer. Okay. A few more of these to get. So I did say before I wanted to do those couple at the bottom of that page in here. They're required to the moon. So let's do this one. 500 red, 500 green. Green, blue, and 500 yellow. Awesome. So that unlocked, and there goes the trophy for it. Smelting King, apparently. There. Smelting King reward. Challenge, no, achievement. Smelting King. And we have now unlocked Osmotanium Aluminide steel. We don't have a lot of osmium. Actually, we probably don't have any osmium. Osmium, steel, and titanium. Osmium. Yeah, I've got one ingot from a loot bag. But it also unlocks this one. Nanotechnology allows for single block machinery and advanced concepts such as teleportation and digital storage. Can't spell digital. Golrith. An extra I there, buddy. Detect. Okay, so that's unlocked enrichment chamber, which is going to need osmium. It's unlocked crushers, smelter, osmium compressor, combiner, metallurgy confuser. You know what? These are 50 each. What's the power use on these things? Is it like excessive, I should say? Blue, yellow. Okay. Z002. Z002. Use a crusher. Requires 4 osmotanium aluminide steel. Steel casing requires 4 osmotanium. Plastic sheets and ultimate control circuits. Yep. That's titanium aluminide, whatever. Osmium, which, as we've seen, osmium comes from moon. Found rarely in overworld, look to the moon. So we do need to get into that to the moon stuff, but I just wanted to check what the recipes would be. It'd be nice if it was 1 osmium, but I knew I was asking for it to be 1. I don't think I have any more than the 1 osmium. Anything, I might have 2. As it says, found rarely in the overworld. Oh look, there's another one. Osmium, yeah. So I've got 2. 2 ingots. So that's not real helpful. But yeah, making one of these guys would be awesome. Doesn't say what it uses. Left shift and M. No. So you can imagine we could replace this guy with 1 block. I could have individual crushers once we get enough. We could crush straight from there to there and oh mate. And then into a oh it opens up so much things. So many things. Anyway, gone miles over. We're sitting at just on the 40-minute mark. So apologies for those who like a quick episode. No, it's not going to happen. Until next time, thank you all for watching. Please leave the comments below. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you then. Bye now.